the any flow hydrant is what started the whole business when his dad started it in his garage producing it. And this is the any flow hydrant that started the whole thing in 1949 right here. This is the original model that had the smaller handle. The only thing since 1949 that has changed on this hydrant is the shape of the handle. So that kind of speaks for itself. The farmers and people outside working in the cold with gloves on had complained that it was just a little small for their gloved hand to fit through, and so we changed to this shape of handle. The thing is this handle, because there's a lot of them out there that are 50 years old or more. This handle will work on here just fine. So every hydrant that has been made since 1949 that is still out there working, we have the part if you need it, if you break the handle, to fix it. So there aren't a lot of things, as we all know anymore nowadays, that you can say that on. They're on our family farm up north of Rembrandt, and they've been upper 40 years there, and all we've ever done is change the plunger on. So
where's your farm at?
I'm Hatland. So Trent Hatland.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in fact, one of the Christian brothers came and changed out, did something on the well, and they always just change the hydrant. If it's at the well, that's what they'll do. And they put a Woodford in on the farm.
Oh no!
And my brother was like, "My sister is gonna kill you." And I did text Eric Christian. I said, "Am I going to turn my vehicle bill into you when I run over that hydrant?" Yeah, it was funny, but no, I didn't find it that funny at first. So I mean, they've been in this area. We haven't changed anything. This is our Cadillac. We always say, because basically the plunger, instead of being molded rubber like most other plungers, consists of cup leather as a heavy-duty spring, a bib washer, and so it's just going to last longer. You don't have the rubber to wear on them. As a result of demand for other hydrant models, or other needs, I should say, between Noel and Steve over the years, we offer a hydrant for anything anybody could want. So, for example, they're all going to operate the same. The operating principle is exactly the same on them, but like this is our top seller, the C1000. It's got the rubber plunger. The heads, you can see the head's a little bit smaller. It's more for people that choose this, just don't want to quite spend the price point of this. Farmers, ranchers, anybody that really looks at the hydrant, and especially in Iowa, if you're using a backhoe to put them in, because our frost line is 5 to 6 foot, we don't want to ever dig them up again. So you really kind of look at it more. So you get in the cities, they're looking for a price point. So what Steve has done is come up with a model for almost every need. This one is incredibly easy to open. We used to make Ritchie waters. We used to make the yard hydrants for them. They decided to get out of the hydrant business, and so we were already making the hydrants, and we took over the manufacturing and the patent and manufacture these now. We have self-closing for other stock tanks, for county parks. We offer one that is a heated one, a heated hydrant. We offer one that you tap off. You can remove the standpipe and tap it off for golf courses to mow over. So basically, what Merrill has done is simply took what we know best and have provided enough models to satisfy any hydrant needs. So all of these are manufactured right up there. And you guys were already out there. This is the last stop. So the other thing, obviously, if you were out there, you saw that we manufacture our pitless units, kits, and then we sell pitless adapters. So the way I always say it is everything, when you have a well and you have the pump at the bottom of the well, everything above the pump and to the house, it's either what we make here or we have the accessories for. And that's the fielding that we have stayed in the water well industry. We have some that crosses over to plumbing, but we have stayed true to water well. I think the pitless units, again, Steve has 14 patents. Noel had 12, I think. But the things that they have designed have stood the test of time, and there hasn't been anybody else doing the same type of release on the pitless units. The accessories are all made to Steve's specifications. We try to use the same foundries, and we're not randomly just picking things and having them brought in on the things that we do import. So, again, I try to be conscious that not everybody wants to talk about products. So I will try to kind of cut my fair short. But at 25 years that I've been here, I am nowhere near being long-term compared to the other people that we have, a lot of other people that we have here. So I think it speaks to how Merrill has treated people. And it's just a good, as a salesperson, my husband always says, your lips are moving, you must be lying, because you're a salesperson. He always makes a joke about salespeople. But in all reality, to sell a product for this long, it has to be, you have to believe in it, you have to be passionate about it, but you also have to have happy customers, and you have to have proven to them that it is a quality product and that we stand behind it. And one of the things, I have a sales team of 5 over there in the old Citizens Bank building over there, and 1 remote that works up out of Lakeview or Lake Park. I always say that.
I go to the lakes.
It's one of those things, but all of our wholesalers that we sell to have one single point of contact that way. So every time they call Merrill, they're getting the same exact person. And that's one thing that we hear at shows that they really appreciate. They know they have somebody that knows their account, they know what they buy, they know what they have bought before, and they get to, everybody gets to know each other, and it's just a valuable asset. They say a lot of our competitors, they're having them go to portals to report a problem or to order, or they're taking out a lot of the human contact, and that's something I think Steve has felt very strongly about over the years, and he's always been one that really, we treat the customer right too. That's why we're still here, is because of those customers. So yeah, it's a fantastic product. It's fun working for a family-owned business, because that doesn't happen a lot either at the shows, when you say it's in the same family, and and the third generation's on board now, working with the company. So it's
So we have both Jackie's sons, our vice president Matt, and we also have Joel. He takes care of our e-commerce sales, Amazon, and also other online stores. So we have our products available to the households that want to buy any of our products. Not any, just select.
Yeah, we've branched into that field because obviously, as anyone knows, that's what people want. They want the convenience. There aren't products. We don't put pitless units, obviously, on the website, but we do put the parts for the hydrants up to a certain berry depth, for people that want that ease of ordering. And Joel has taken the e-commerce side of Amazon and put us on the Amazon map there, and that has been something that's really, really taken off. We respect our wholesalers in the fact that we don't sell at their wholesaler cost; it's at list cost. But it's the way of the future. He's done a fantastic job.
So adding to Amazon, has that expanded your reach around the world?
No, I'm going to say that it did. It's greatly increased our U.S. based end users. We have a very strong presence overseas already. We export into France, Poland, Turkey, Canada, Mexico. Steve got Exporter of the Year here a while back. So we have a very strong presence there. We have not went on to, I know Joel's been looking at Canada and Mexico, Amazon, and he's not sure. He researches all of the demographics of it, and so we haven't branched into that yet.
But as Terry's mentioning about our customers and how important they are, also our people, something that we are very proud of is we have a group of long-term employees that have been here for close to 48 years, which is the same time since Steve took over the business. And one of the things that we offer, that we get as an employee, because we also have that benefit, is the flexibility. Mainly our production employees, they pretty much set up their own schedule. And as much as a benefit is to the employees, is a challenge to the operations team and the operations, the plant manager, because they have to really work hard to figure out a way so that the work is done, and allowing the flexibility to our employees. So that's something, if you ask our employees, that's something that they will say that they absolutely love about Merrill is the flexibility.
And Merrill, one of the groups asked, that's what makes me think of it, but Steve had the flexible hours in the plant before I ever started here. So they've been doing this for, well, as long as Jackie can remember too. So way before it was the in thing to do that, Merrill was doing it. So,
we're cooler even before.
But again, they, like we said, they make it work because they are incredibly conscious about what needs to be done. I mean, if it wasn't working all these years and we didn't have, in the summertime before it has been, we've shipped 2,000 hydrants out of here in one day. So it's not like it's a small number of hydrants that are going out, and that's just the hydrants. But they make sure their work is done, and they do what they have to do, and they work together to make that happen.
And something else too that we haven't disclosed and I haven't mentioned, and I think is the coolest thing, is that Terry's been with the company for 25 years, and she talks about her husband. Her husband also works for Merrill Manufacturing. He works at the warehouse, and he is one of those employees that has been here for like 4 years now, close to 4 years. And he's another one that is super passionate about, Merrill and working here at Merrill. He's been a great addition to our team. So when we talk about passion, something that I want to kind of share with you is our core values. And these core values, they guide everything that we do here at Merrill. They guide our hiring decisions. We want to make sure that we're bringing in others on board that follow the same, core values that we have. So the first one is doing the right thing. We think that's very, very important. Passion for everything that we do. Terry, we have 3 Terrys in the company, and 2 of our Terrys
are the shortest one.
So Terry's super passionate about all the products, especially the pitless units. And then the guy that makes the pitless units, his name is Terry also. And we do have a program in the company. We call it our shout out program. It's a recognition, just giving recognition to each other. And he just recently got recognized. He was given a shout out for passion for what we do. And what he does is like he's inspecting parts to work on pitless units, and then he freaks out because he worries about are they gonna come the right size, the right specs, and then he gets excited, and then he freaks out again, and then he gets excited, and it's very cool to see the passion for what we do. Then the next core value is can do, will do, done. So that's just holding each other accountable, making sure that we do what we say we're gonna do. We, before me, that's teamwork. And then just recently we spent some time evaluating, do our core values, stay true to what we're doing now, and how things evolve and change. So the last one just got changed to solving problems together. And I think that's truly what represents our company and how we do things here at Merrill.
Yeah, we felt like be part of the solution. We were kind of indicating they needed to be part of the solution if they brought a problem to us.
And solving problems together.
We tend to solve things together. I think our departments they're very respectful of each other. My sales team knows that if they sell it, if they're not building it and they're not shipping it, it doesn't make any difference. And the same thing with the guys out here in the plant when she talks about the Terry, but the whole team is like that. They know if we've had a huge sales run on something at a particular time of year, they're all very concerned about getting that product made. And it's not, we don't hear, oh man. They're like, oh man, when are we going to get this done? Let's, and it's a lot of teamwork, and you don't find that a lot, in some manufacturers like that. But we're a pretty close knit knit group. I think Ophelia, I'm going to give Ophelia a shout out because I should have said this in the first two, but we didn't have an HR person. And, we were a small enough company for all those years, and Ophelia came on board, and it's been amazing. At first you have a lot of old timers and stuff, and you think, oh, are they going to, get into this? But all of the things she's introduced to energize and to bring unity and to get it, at first you get a few grumbles, and then it's those people that are the ones that are really having a blast and participating in the things. I know a couple of the guys were like, I think he guessed too much. She put a game on there on our Paylocity site to guess the number of candies in his picture.
In a jar?
In a jar. But you must have taken one to the plant.
Yeah.
And I heard some of the guys, you hear the guys
really getting into the game.
Really ever talk about anything. They're like, he guessed way too much. I saw he wrote down this. So yeah, but Ophelia has done a fantastic job.
It's been really fun, and one of the things that I think we do really well here at Merrill, it's celebrate. We celebrate, and I think it's just we recognize, we value our people. Yesterday we just had one of our employees. He celebrated 25 years of service, but he's like 40, and he probably started here when he was out of high school. I don't know, but he's just like super cool to see that he's been with Merrill, so committed for 25 years. And we had music, we had food, and still you can still smell the tacos I think from yesterday. So yeah. But we want to open it up for you and see if you have any questions for us. Just wanted to share a little bit of our product, our people,
Yeah, for sure.
And thanks for the shout out.
I should have done that.
I don't have any questions, so I just wanted to say I could tell that you all are passionate for the company and your products and your people, like throughout this entire tour. That has really, really stood out to me specifically. So,
good.
Well, thank you. Thanks.
For you guys, you're doing great work.
Thanks.
We love our employees.
I can tell.
They are our greatest asset.
Yes.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And we know it. We love Jackie and Steve. Yeah, they take very good care of us. Also, it's a company. Everybody, you're concerned the minute you hear anything happen to anybody, or to their family. We've just stayed very, very tight, very tight. And the new people that come in, that's one of the things they give on their review. I just had 2 new salespeople start a month ago, and I was surprised when I read their review. That was one of the things that they really loved. They like the flexibility too. We've offered some remote work for some people that it works for, and that's worked very well. I was the first to admit that I'm the old school that thinks you have to be here at a certain time and you have to stay till a certain time. And why wouldn't you? Because you should have no other life. That's what I love. But it's funny that the more we've evolved, those of us that want to be here on site and love it, and that's how we work better. But we have some other younger ones that we have found, that once they show that they're able to work remote and be responsible and get their job done, to do an absolutely fantastic job. I know Alexis, one of my salespeople, that does. And but there again, we had to learn some new tricks and try
and adapt. I think as small businesses, struggle with different challenges, just adapting to kind of rolling with the punches. We do have an employee that is remote out of Nebraska, but she used to live in Storm Lake, and for her husband's job they had to move. She was fantastic. She's fantastic. She's still working for Merrill, out of Nebraska, out of Omaha, and doing a fantastic job. But having remote employees, I think, is an adjustment for some.
Adjusting.
I know, not just you. It's an adjustment for some companies, to be able to adapt that culture of they're not physically here, but they're still working. They're so talented. And if we didn't have the option to offer that flexibility, we would be missing out in a lot of talent because they're talented.
Yes.
We have one of our web developers. He's graduated. He's out of New Jersey. So he's fantastic too. He's very, very talented. So we're very thankful for that we have the technology and the systems to be able to do that too. Because
I really have to credit Steve for his generosity. I have seen him help people out when their husband or their wife has been terminally ill. I've seen where we had an employee who was really down on his luck, I guess to say, and he helped him through a Christmas situation. It's just incredible how we've carried people when, well, one instance, her husband had been ill for months after months, and so she was able to come and do her work when she could.
Or work out of the hospital.
Worked out of the hospital. We just recently had another gal that's been with us for years, and it's worked. And Steve found we're family people, and it's important for these gals to, and guys too. If they want to be at their kids' sports events, to us that's really important. It just makes up who we are, and I'm really grateful for that.
And we're very grateful
we're
for you
very
guys.
grateful.
Yeah.
I told somebody Steve and I were at some meetings the other day, the 80 meetings, and we were talking about the family business and Jackie and the two sons, and then Holly we talked about too, and then I said, so I guess I'm just like the adopted kid that came 25 years ago and I just won't leave. Because that's what they do. They make us all feel like we're part of the family.